welcome back. First off, let me say thank you for all the likes and follows. I've seen a couple people reposting some stuff, so that is a huge help. I really appreciate it. Now that I've got an idea of what I'm going to be doing, thought I'd come back and do a second video. Start the process. So my idea, like I said in the first video, this guy here. We're going to be doing one of these, but not this one. And I'm going to be changing it up. I'm not going to be using pine because I don't like it. So, I went to Woodworker Source in Tempe, and I picked up this killer hunk of ash. I'm going to be cutting this down, gluing it up, cutting the body from here. So yeah, check that out, and as soon as I do that, I'll be back with you to show you how I glue it up and get it going. Alright, so wanted to talk to you guys real quick about something. Tools can be found cheap. You don't have to have big fancy shops with big fancy saws and equipment. You can find stuff actually really cheap. In fact, my table saw here, I got it at a yard sale for $5. I went to a yard sale. They had a couple of them. I said, hey, do any of these work? And the guy said, oh yeah, I fired it up this morning. I looked at it, it was covered in cobwebs. Didn't really believe him, but you know what, $5, it's worth the chance. So I took it home and plugged it in, turned it on, thing fired up, and I've been using it for the last almost 4 years now. So check Craigslist, check yard sales, check Facebook Marketplace. There are cheap tools to be found that work great. You don't have to have big fancy equipment. Just a tip that I thought maybe some of you could use and find interesting. You can find some really cool stuff out there. So now let's get to sawing this this piece of ash. Personal protection, eyes, ears, and lungs. Make sure you guys have that. Some of this stuff can be pretty toxic and nasty, and you don't want to be breathing in a bunch of stuff, so make sure you protect yourself. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now that the body is cut into usable pieces, like so, I can see what kind of grain orientation we're looking at as I put it together. I'm going to throw it in these clamps and see what we got. Now, the reason I'm not gluing anything up yet is I want to see what it looks like before we glue it up. Most of the time you would need to straight line one edge, get it all straight, and so that when your seam comes together, it's seamless looking. The guys down at Woodworker Source in Tempe, when I bought the wood, they do a bunch of milling there. They were able to straight line one edge for me, so I don't have to do it here. Saves me a little bit of time, and it's a huge help. So if you have a mill that you're getting wood from, ask them if they can straight line one edge, and it will save you a ton of time. All right, so let's see what we got. So I'm pretty sure about 75% of my time spent in the shop is looking for something that I just had. I found it. I couldn't find my glue. It's on my bench where it should be. Last place I looked. But got my glue, ready to glue up this body. So here we go. See, here I go again, looking for the thing I just had. It is a wrapper. It's like a sticky, what's on a sticky thing from these mailers, priority mailers. The inside has a sticky thing. When you peel it off, this peels off, this piece of paper here. It works really good for spreading glue without having to get your fingers all gunky with with nasty glue, which it's not really that nasty. If you're working with wood, you should be used to it. So now we're going to crank this down nice and tight. And we'll take this and there we go. I like to leave it in the clamps for, I like to do it for about an hour before at least an hour. The Titebond says 30 minutes. I always like going over just so that it has that extra time to set up and cure and really hold on to itself. But there's more we can do while we wait for this to set up and dry. So I planned on originally using some of this really awesome canary wood for fretboards. It's really pretty. I really like it. Purdy wood. But in moving some stuff, I found a piece of wood that I forgot I had, and I think it would look even better than that canary wood. This right here, some nice bird's eye maple, and it's got lots of bird's eye in it. I actually picked this up also at a yard sale, believe it or not, in Montana a while after I had my table saw. But look for weird wood at yard sales. You'll never know what you can find that people think, I just want to get rid of it. So I picked up a bunch of this stuff for really cheap. So keep your eyes open when you're out driving around. Alright, let's get this started. Alright, so here it is, all glued up. I'm not real worried about it not being exact. I kind of drew just a rough idea of the shape, but it's looking great. And like I said, after it's sat for about an hour, can unclamp it and start working on getting the body shape cut out and ready to go. Alright guys, so I was going to start working on the fretboard, but I'm actually going to leave that for the next video. The body's waiting to be unclamped, and I'll get ready to cut that all out. But I just wanted to say thank you guys again so much for the support, for checking out the videos, for subscribing, which if you haven't done yet, do that. That way you can stay up to date on everything that I'm doing with not just this guitar, but I plan on doing a whole bunch more videos about a whole bunch of different guitar stuff. Again, I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe, click the like on this video. Tell a friend, share it on Facebook. Whatever you can do. This competition that is the unofficial Great Guitar Build-Off, it's actually turning out to be really fun, and I've actually been able to talk to a lot of really cool guys out there that are doing it as well. And so just make sure you're supporting everybody, but when it comes time for voting, remember, vote for this guy. I will keep you guys updated as far as when that happens and where that happens and how to vote. So again, you guys are awesome. Can't wait to show you guys more, but for now you're gonna have to wait. See you guys next time. Thanks.